So, Paul from the Bandcamp, and today I'm answering just a couple questions I got recently, like a couple weeks ago. Um, and then I'm gonna talk some stupid guitar shit, probably a little shameless self promotion and plugging, usual crap. Probably like 20 minutes of fucking rambling. Anyway, first question is from a young lady named Doodles in Derby. She does artwork. That's pretty cool looking. A lot of bright colors and shit. Also, she's new to the world of guitar, and she asked me about what pedals I use. I'm only going to show one because this is the one I use almost all the time. I've shown it before. It is the Line 6 M5. It's got a whole bunch of different little things in there, like modulation crap. You need it's got delay, echo, reverb, various equalizers, overdrives, and things I've never even heard of, like a growler. I don't know, really. I've played with it a little bit, but it's got some wah, stuff like that. But I mean, I also use a couple other distortion pedals periodically, but not very often anymore, which would be the Metalcore by Boss, and then Heavy Distortion HD 300 from Behringer, which is a clone of I believe it's the Boss MD2 Mega Distortion, which for those of you that are nerds, which most of you, if you pick up a guitar or any kind of instrument, you're a freaking nerd. And if you listen to metal, you're a nerd. Get over yourself. MD2 being a clone of the Mega Distortion, if I remember right from my readings back when the Mega Distortion first came out, which is not one of my favorites, but I can make it work. I can make it sound like almost Swedish Chainsaw it if I want. But that was designed more along the lines of the modern heavy distortions of the day, with like lower tunings and more bottom end, and kind of designed to mimic like the gain channel on the Mesa Boogie, where like the Metal Zone was more of a Marshall style distortion. And if I'm wrong, it happens, but that's according to something I read in some guitar magazine in the 90s. But this M5 that I use, I normally have it set to a Tube Screamer clone that I run into a already high gain metal red channel on the Line 6 head there. And that's the fucking secret to my tone. But I mean, it's also got a clone in there that I use once in a while when I'm digging around, if I want to do that old Swedish Chainsaw. And it's actually a clone of it's escaping my mind, DOD preamp. I believe it's the preamp / distortion or something like that, or preamp overdrive pedal. And if you dime it out like you would HM2, it kind of gives you that effect. It's also got a clone of like the Turbo Rat, which is a fun distortion pedal. And if you like to play obituary riffs, one thing I found that helps is if you take your tone knob, back it off damn near all the way, and then if you use the Turbo Rat clone, which they call classic distortion on this thing, that's pretty much it. So I hope that answers your question. And then a guy by the name of Dry Soda was asking me about simple death metal riffs to learn because he's a new guitar player. And I do remember when I was a new guitarist, so long ago, I don't really know what your skill level is because I haven't seen you play. But I do know that some people's easy and other people's difficult, and sometimes the easy riffs are actually harder than the so-called hard riffs. But a couple easy ones. Basically, depending on the Obituary album, depends on if you tune to E flat or just D standard. I am not changing my tuning. I believe this guitar is in C sharp. This is my Mockingbird with the Kerry King pickups. For you tech nerds. Anyhow, this is also the first guitar I ever played with a painted neck that I like. Most of the time, if the neck's painted, I'm like, ugh, fuck that. But you know. Anyhow, so yeah, Obituary, like Cause of Death. I mean, it doesn't get much simpler than that. Or again with Obituary, you skip the intro's not that hard. You know, Slowly We Rot, when it's the slow riff towards the beginning. Now I'm playing it right. And I played this one on here before. Amorphous, Exile of the Sons of Uisliu. That one's pretty simple. It's got a mosh riff that it doesn't get much easier. And Asphyx, another band with a lot of simple riffs. Grave with like Into the Grave, I believe is. I got so much crap up here, you know. It's like then after that, you just gotta know how to play the song Black Sabbath, but they play it like this. They literally go from Into the Grave into Black Sabbath back into the Grave. And another simple one for me, anyway, and that's why it's hard for me to discuss what's easy riffing and all that. Another personal favorite / simple one is Fuck the Ways of Christ by Asheron. So, you know, hopefully that helps you out, man. I don't know. Another one that's got some simple ones, and, you know, some of the haters in the world that probably don't watch this because, you know, there's only like 8 or 12 of you. 6 Feet Under on their first couple albums, they got some simple stuff like War Is Coming. Well, that's embarrassing. I can't even remember how to fucking play it, but like Haunted, the song Haunted, off the first album. Revenge of the Zombie. since I played some of these. Yeah, there's a couple. I don't know. Let's see. Uh, Here's a favorite riff of mine. This is where the rambling comes in. Um, One of my favorite songs I ever learned parts of is I'll just do a little bit of it. Is from the band Cataclysm back in the '90s. Anyway, they had a song called "The Awakener." It was like. Let's see if I remember that. So, I haven't played the entire song in probably close to 30 years, maybe 25, 26, I don't know. But I think I was in my 20s when I last did, which was, since I was 29, people have become old enough to vote. It's been like 19 years, but I don't know, 20 years since I was 29. But yeah, The Awakener. I'm gonna try it one more time, only those parts, only without like messing up. And I fucked They had probably the most unique sounding vocalist ever back then, in the name of Sylvain Hood. So those of you that are only familiar with Cataclysm from Victims of the Fallen World up to whatever album they're on now, they have shit before that. Anyhow, got some comments recently from a guy named Queef Wellington, whatever the hell a Queef Wellington is. I got nothing to say about the dude. I mean, he's not even entertaining. If you're gonna be an asshole, be funny. That's all I ask. Anyhow, as usual, I got Tshirts at Evaristo 1974. They go from medium to X or 5X, medium to XL, or like for a two-sided one like this one, which is from a Glimpse into a Violent Past album cover. And it's got the Kai logo, which you see there, in yellow across the back. And the two-sided shirts are all $25.99, unless you're a voluptuous, curvy man or lady that needs a 2XL to 5X, and those are $30.99. And then if you get one of the one-sided shirts, it's like $21.99. And then, of course, if you're a curvaceous individual of 2X and up, then it's $25.99. And like I said, Evaristo 1974, and that is that's a t-shirt store ran by Barry from That Goat Metal Show. Those guys rule, and Barry rules. I'm not sure if I said it right. Evaristo 1974, eBay.com. And then, of course, I got CDs available over at my Bandcamp, which is Kai. I'll put links in the description, of course. I don't know if they still got one of those banners left over at Fomorian Productions, which you can also pick up the latest CD, A Glimpse into a Violent Past, at Fomorian Productions as well. Usual shout outs, More Than Red, great black metal. realmsofrock.com, great place to pick up music. You can get my stuff there too. Lord Necron, Joaba, jamming out all badass, great places to go, hang out, listen to metal, talk shit, have fun. And of course, every Sunday, around like 7 p.m. Central, you got Shredbeard and the Toasted Goat. They have a little live stream show that they do every weekend. This week they have my homeboys, you Bruxum, from Canada on. Great grind. Yeah, I guess that's all I got right now. So I guess, like anybody else that has a channel that does shit like this, thank you. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Have a good fucking week.